Dinamo, Elettriko, Petnat Rosé. It's sweating almost as much as I am right now. It is a hot, humid afternoon. Probably shouldn't have just shaken that up right there. Ha ha! Oh, that was good. That was a good one. I should open more bottles of wine with broken crowbars. So, this is 50-50 Sangiovese and Gamay del Trasimeno, which is actually Grenache, but it's what they've called it here by Lake Trasimeno for, I don't know, generations, for a super long time. And it's actually written into the local DOC rules, so they have to call this grape Gamay del Trasimeno now. Anyway, Dinamo. I'm going to call this the wine of the two Danilos because it's made by Danilo Nofrini and Danilo Marcucci together. The Nofrini family has been here for generations growing grapes right by Lake Trasimeno, and Danilo Marcucci, came from, geez, I forget the name of the town now, Terzo La Pieve, or that area over by Spoleto, but here in Umbria, and, now lives here by Lake Trasimeno and makes wine in Conestabile del Staffa and helps many other people make wine. Anyway, so Dinamo, the Nofrini family have these really high elevation. I think these are some of the highest elevation vineyards around Lake Trasimeno. It's a ridge, so they're up pretty high. They're exposed. It's very rocky. A lot of like broken. What is it? It's not slate. It's not shale. It's like sedimentary rock, though. It's very rocky, like calcareous sort of. It's not limestone, but rocky soil here. Up high enough so they're above the fog from the lake, which helps a lot for ripening the grapes and making it really easy to farm organically. So this is farmed organically, hand harvested, native yeast fermentation, like everything that Danilo Marcucci is involved in. Zero sulfur added. It re-ferments in the bottle. So they ferment the wine, do it in stainless steel, fully fermented, and then at harvest they freeze some of the grape juice. I believe this is direct press, I should mention too. No real skin contact. So they freeze some of the grape juice, and then when they're getting ready to bottle this wine, they thaw that out, add that juice back to this fermented juice, bottle it, and then it re-ferments in the bottle, and that's why it is fizzy. That's why it has some sediment down there at the bottom. All that good stuff. Yeah, so it's sort of like a Petnat, except it's a little bit more controlled, and they're holding back that juice and then re-adding it instead of just bottling it during the initial primary fermentation. Ah, boy, it smells delicious, familiar, peachy, like really ripe summer tomatoes that are slowly simmering and cooking down, or not even. Just I pulled a bunch of tomatoes from my garden, chopped them up, put great Sicilian olive oil over them last night. They were so good. This reminds me of that. They were so sweet. What else is there? Did I say blood orange? There's some blood orange. Very fine, prickly bubbles. When did I open this? I opened this 3 days ago, I want to say. I think it was 3 days ago. And I actually, as you saw, I just got the crown cap back on, and I've just had it in the fridge. It held up great. So thirst quenching. The finish is sort of savory, sort of like sun-dried tomato, like rich, ripe. More raspberry up front. It's a little bit of tannin, Like, it's just a little dry on the finish. You may have seen the picture of me dumping, or video of me dumping this all over myself on the rowing machine. It's extremely refreshing. 10.5% alcohol. It's a liter bottle. I bought an entire pallet of it, and this is the 2019 vintage, which Danilo, the 2019 was the first vintage of this, you know, and it was introduced last year during the pandemic, and it was just not what it was, you know, the whole situation was not what everybody was expecting. So Danilo had some left over, so I bought it. I got a very good price on it, and so I'm selling it for less money now, and you know, so this is very affordable for a handmade, really truly natural wine like this. This is a kind of ridiculous price what it's going for right now here in Maine retail, and I'm just really excited to be able to do that, to like have something like this that's so delicious and fun and thirst quenching that that people can, you know, people can afford to pick up without thinking about it. That's really not much money, and enjoy, because that's what wine is about. It's about being enjoyed. I'm gonna go try to stop sweating now and move on to other parts of my job. Have a lovely afternoon.